Hello everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Glenn. I am Glenn. Today I have a nice, gentle yoga flow for you that's going to help you recover and just take a load off. Please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. It really helps a lot. Hop into something comfortable, hop on your mat, and let's get started. To begin our practice today, find an easy seat. I recommend on blocks or a bolster, pillow, blanket, something just to make yourself a little more comfortable. Cross at the ankles, even pressure in both sit bones, nice tall spine, level chin. In this practice today, we'll be holding postures for anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. So it's really important you breathe deeply to try and just really sink into them and find that deep relaxation of both body and mind. Now let's begin by breathing in and really grounding into our space. You can relax the eyes closed if you like. Inhale, really fill the belly. And exhale easily through the mouth. Inhale, fill the belly, expand. Feel the ribs expand outward. And open mouth, exhale. Inhale, fill the belly. Feel the ribs expand outward. And feel the chest lift. And open mouth, exhale. One last time, all three, belly, ribs, chest. Hold at the top. Another sip of air in, and open mouth, exhale. Let it all go. We'll do a breathing technique called Durga Pranayama. It's basically box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds, and then hold 4 seconds, and repeat. We'll do this for about 5 to 7 rounds. So begin with an exhale, let everything out. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. You can count on your own. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for another 4. An easy exhale when you're done, or an inhale depending on where you stopped. Hopefully from that you're feeling nice and calm and ready to begin today's practice. Scoop your knees up to the center, come off of your prop into a table posture, and I want you to set yourself up for a supported child's pose. So I really recommend a blanket pretty wide on the mat, just for for the knees to rest on. A bolster on your torso. Bring your knees a little bit wider on the mat. Try to just have your whole torso lay across this bolster. Your arms can stretch out in front of you. They can be bent. Big toes can touch. You can have a little bit of gap between them. It's not quite frog pose, still child's pose, so have the toes a little bit closer. If you have a long torso and your Your head can hang off of the bolster. I recommend another pillow, maybe a block. If you'd like to rest your forehead on there, just find whatever height and customize it to you. Just have your body fully supported. For me personally, it's actually better if I lay on the bolster this way and just turn my head, and I'll let you know when we've reached the halfway point. If you have your head turned, and you can turn it to the opposite side. And just really focus on deep, fulfilling inhales and long, relaxing exhales as you really sink into this posture. Just really feel your body open up. Feel yourself become heavy against your props or against the earth. Today is all about recovery. If you're holding any tension anywhere that doesn't need to be there, just try and release and relax. If you found yourself at a position that doesn't quite feel right, you definitely have time to adjust yourself, recruit whatever props that you want, whatever props you don't want. It's a nice, gentle, supportive practice we're doing today. Reach about the halfway mark if you'd like to turn your head to the opposite side. Just a couple more breaths to go here in this posture. As we transition out of this posture and every posture we're going to be in today, just make sure it's very slow, very mindful. No quick movements today. Slowly bring your wrists underneath your shoulders. Prop yourself up off of your props. You can move them off to the side. Come into a neutral table posture. Bring the knees a little bit wide to the mat, big toes to touch. Sink back into an unsupported child's pose. Well, slightly supported. I still have this blanket under my knees, but if you'd like to keep a blanket under your knees, I recommend doing so. But extend the right arm out to a T, and then thread the needle through this thread the needle child's pose variation. And if you need a support and your shoulder doesn't quite reach the ground, you can recruit bolster, pillow, even another blanket if you have it, just to support the shoulder. And it's important that the top of the very top of the shoulder is resting on something, whether that's the ground or any kind of support that you want or have. This other arm extended out, chin a little bit towards the chest. We won't be here nearly as long as our first posture. It's important to work in just a little bit of a spinal twist. If you'd like to bind your left arm behind your back, you can do so. It can be closer to your face, further away from your head. Whatever modifications feel right for you. Go ahead and release your twist and slowly bring your arm out to the side, extend it up slightly, and then place the right arm back on the ground in this neutral neutral child's pose. Extend the left arm out to a T and then thread that needle through. Again, if you need a support for the very top of your shoulder, go ahead and recruit whatever props, whatever supports that you need. We'll be here just a few breaths. I breathe deep, fulfilling inhales, long exhales. Just really sink in this child's pose. I like to really breathe deep into my belly. Just feel how the expansion just massages my lower back. Press yourself up slightly, unwind, a little bit counter twist, and then place your hand back out in front of you into this child's pose. Now look to the front of your mat and slowly slink yourself forward, keeping your chest low to the ground. Extend the legs back, shoelace side of the foot on the ground. Bring your arms, I'm just going to move myself down on my mat a little bit so I have room. But bring your arms out to this 90-90 kind of cactus arm variation. Have a blanket on your left side if you like some support under your legs. And we're going to go into Earth Huggers pose. So bend at the left knee, place the left leg, imagine about 90 degrees. Your head facing towards the bent side. So in this case, my right cheek is on the ground. A modification here, you can change the height of your leg so it's further towards up towards the armpit or further away, whatever's comfortable for you. But we're really opening up the hips here. Another modification you can take is the arm that you're facing away from. You can just lay it straight down by your side, palm facing up. This is Earth Huggers pose. This is another favorite of mine, aside from corpse pose. This one you're just laying on the ground on the opposite side in the prone position.
Really great, relaxing posture. Just a few breaths to go here. Breathe deep. Sink in. If you want to change something with your posture, your position, you still have time to do so. Now if the arm you're facing away from, my right arm in this case, is straight down by your side, rebend it slowly, mindfully into that cactus arm variation. Press yourself up, kind of like you would for low cobra, and take this right arm, thread it through like you're threading the needle, and then roll over. Stack your palms and then slowly drag the left arm across your body, across your chest, excuse me. Open up your chest, but leave your leg where it was. Now you're in this kind of cross body supine twist, as it were, and we'll hold this for just a couple breaths. You'll feel the opposite stretch across the hips. A little bit different of a feeling. Rebend at the elbow, place your palm on the chest, and slide your hand back out the way you came till the palms connect. And then place the left palm on the ground, press yourself up, and then back into this earth hugger's pose. Extend the left leg, bring the toes to touch, shoelace side of the foot on the ground. Switch your blanket if you used one on the first round. Switch it to the opposite side, and then bend the right leg. Find whatever height is most comfortable for you, either knee higher towards the armpit, or further away, or in a neutral position. Same thing applies with this opposite arm. You can bring it straight down by your side, palm facing up, left cheek on the ground this time. You could also play around with the height of your right arm, but generally I like a very neutral 90-90. Same thing with my leg. And we'll be here for a few breaths. Remember those fulfilling inhales, nice long exhales as you surrender your weight to your props, to the earth. As we begin our transition to another posture, remember just to be mindful of your movements. No need to rush. Everything nice and slow. So when you are ready, press yourself up, just slightly low cobra-ish position, and thread this left arm underneath the right. Stack the palms, and then slide the right arm across the body, opening it out to a T, and just letting yourself be in this supine, slightly supine twist. You can put some pressure on this right leg, the one that's bent, and across the body. Try to have your right shoulder touching the ground. If it's not, that's okay. After your next inhale, bring your knee up to center. Scoot yourself into the center of your mat if you like, but bend the opposite knee to meet it, palms on the ground. Bring your heels about as close to your glutes as your pointer finger can touch. And then with an inhale, press yourself up into bridge pose. Clasp your hands underneath and slowly walk your shoulders together. Release your hands. Exhale down from bridge pose. Now you find yourself with this open heart, this open chest. So we walked our shoulders together. So now you know what that feels like. Recruit a block. Press yourself up into bridge again. And really put that block right at the base of your spine where it meets the pelvis. Not too high up on your spine to where you're really putting pressure in your low back, but really not too low to where just your glutes are on the block, but really find that place where the spine meets the pelvis. Either on this lowest position, you can have it on the kind of position 2, the middle. I recommend something low for today since the theme is recovery. But certainly if you want it on this highest position, you're definitely free to do so. I'm going to go with the second position here. Really walk those shoulders in again. And just surrender your weight to this prop, to the block, to the earth. Make sure your heart is open. Your chest is spread by walking your shoulders in. We'll be here for several breaths in this supported bridge pose. If you've placed the block somewhere where it doesn't quite feel right, press yourself up again into bridge. Just readjust however you see fit. Remember, not too high up, not too low down, just right in the middle. Right where it can support your pelvis. Another couple breaths to go here. Remember, as we transition out, move carefully, move slowly, move mindfully. After your next exhale, inhale, press yourself up into bridge, remove your prop, and then slowly sway your hips side to side like a leaf in the wind until they come to a rest on the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Embrace yourself well. Be playful. Rock side to side, front to back if you like. Just grab a hold of the knees and massage your low back across the earth or against the earth. Try bringing your knees to your armpits, touching your knees in the center. Just be playful in this posture. Now extend your legs up. Lift your shoulders off the ground. Try to touch your ankles or your feet. Inhale and then exhale. Fall into Shavasana. And really set yourself up into a comfortable Shavasana here. I'm going to place a blanket under my legs, under my knees. I like doing that because it takes a little bit of pressure off my low back. You can place a prop under the head and neck, under the knees like I have. You can just make yourself a nice, comfortable bed here, however you like it. Just relax into your corpse pose. I want you to squeeze the feet. Right, crunch the toes, and then release, relax. Try to squeeze the legs, the thighs, release, relax. Squeeze the glutes, and then slowly release and relax. Feel your whole lower body. Just surrender it to the earth. Make a fist with each hand. Really tense up your entire arm, lower arm, upper arm, and release and relax. Let your eyes roll back into their orbits. Let your tongue fall to the lower palate. Imagine your brain just sliding to the back of your skull. Nothing else to do. Nowhere else to go. Simply be here in the moment. And I'll be back to you after a small slice of time. you'd like to remain here in your Shavasana, corpse pose, I invite you to do so. But if you'd like to follow along, bring some awareness to the toes, to the fingertips. Start to invite small, gentle movements. Invite those movements to grow. You can roll the wrists, roll the ankles. Invite bigger movements. Point the toes. Extend the arms overhead. A nice full body stretch. Bend one knee. Place the sole of the foot on the ground. Remove any props you may have under you if you'd like. Press off that foot you have and roll onto your side into a recovery posture. You can lay a cheek on your arm if you like. Just prepare your body for movement. And then when you do move, make sure it's mindful. Make sure it's slow. When you're ready, press yourself up and meet me in Sukhasana, or easy cross-legged seated position. This concludes our session today. I hope you really enjoyed. I hope this is just what you needed. I hope you feel relaxed throughout the rest of your day. And I really hope you join me next time. Let's take another breath in, circle the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Light in me, see the light in you. Namaste.